players. Thank you all for tuning in. guys? Figured I'd hop in the booth for a minute. Looks like D is up 5-2 over Rodney. Looks like he fell pretty straight in on this ball. That's going to be a little less than ideal. I kind of thought he might just play a stop shot there on the 7, maybe cross corner bank the 9. It looked like the cue ball could squeeze up past the 10, and I think he's probably a 65-70% at least favorite to make the cross corner, but this could be a really big shot here. Just got to try and find a way to get safe with the cue ball. He might go one rail at it. No, he went 3 up to the bottom side of it. And that's going to leave a mark. That's the problem with going 3 rails at it. If you nick the bottom side too thick, you end up scratching in the corner with the 9 hanging over the corner. Makes that pocket really big. Now Rodney's got a, well, I say pretty easy. He's right-handed. For a left-hander, it'd be pretty simple. Just draw straight back off the 9. He's got to kind of stretch across the table. Oh, is he left-handed? Here, there is just that easy for somebody like him. So score is going to be 5-3. It's going to be D. Atkins break. Chrissy, you're going all over the place with all these split brackets. They've all run pretty smooth from what I've heard. Doing a really good thing. Chrissy, this is Sean Denny. Alright, D's been making 3 balls on average on the break. Let's see if he can keep it up. Tables have normally been pretty open whenever he does. He hung both of the, or he rattled both the balls right behind the 1. That's the first dry break from him. Like I say, he's been making 2 to 3 every single time. But these pros, whenever you put them on a bar box with a magic rack, it's kind of expected to at least make 1. Let's see what Rodney decides to do here. He's got kind of a tester. It looks like if he tries to play the 1 in the side pocket, he could either scratch off the 6 or go clean into the corner with the cue ball. He could choose to cross over the 1 and play the cue ball down behind the 3, 5, 7 and leave it safe. He's got a couple different options. He can go offense or defense. Thank you all for tuning in, by the way. This is a really good organized tournament by James Miles and the staff over at Railbirds. They're doing a great job. Also put on by Fort Worth Billiards and obviously the pool room here at Rail Yard. See, I really like that shot. The only problem with it is if you bump the 3 like he did, it does kind of tie up the 3, but we are playing 3 fouls, so if he doesn't really like to run out and he has a pretty easy safe, if he gets ball in hand here, he's got that option too. Should be a pretty straightforward hit from D though. Yeah. Well, D kind of returned the safe. Now I think Rodney can kick at the 1 and send the 1 in between the 8 and the 10. And then if he hits it hard enough, the 1 might get all the way down to the short rail where he's standing at. He could leave the cue ball on the 8. That's a really tall task, but it's there. Let's see how he elects to play it. Oh, he could see it. So he's going to try and snug up on the 2, but he's got the 1 buried behind the 7. think D called it in the corner. It does go. Oh, he played it off the 7. What a great shot. Thought he made it there for a second. See, that's the difference between pros and amateurs. They see caroms and combos way different than us. Looks like Rodney's going to break out the old short stick. If he gets over the 10, the cue ball should go by the 6. The 1's in the pocket, so all he has to do is make contact with it. And if it comes up to the middle of the table, easy shot on the 2 on the side, and they can either, depending on if he's above or below it, he can either play with a high inside ball to get over for the 3, or he can draw over. It's a really big shot right here. Oh, wow. He might want to keep the short stick out. Oh, he could see it. For those of you who don't know, Rodney is playing with the new glasses. He might have overhit this one a little bit. Still makeable. We'll just drag across the table with either a straight left or a bottom left cue ball. Kind of stun off of it. He doesn't really want to draw because that side pocket gets pretty big. Yeah. I'll just draw back a little bit off the 4 for the 5, down in a pocket that he's under, or that he's over. Oh, more stun across. Key shot of this rack from here is going to be the 7, but he shouldn't have that much problem getting on it with the 6 being pretty close to the pocket like it is. He's going to play it probably 1 rail over. He might play it with a little bit of a high. No, he might play it with a little bit of high. Brian, yes sir, there is. It's if you go to our Facebook page, or actually I don't know if we shared it on the Facebook page. I do know if you type in Bankroll tournaments on Facebook, it should be on there. Let me confirm that real quick. Actually, I can probably copy the link. Brian, if you click on that link, that'll be the bracket. Alright, looks like it's going to be 5-4 if he can just bury this 10 ball. Five to 4. It was 5-1, so Rodney's making a little bit of a comeback. Yeah, Chad. Rodney said that he's having a little bit of I don't want to say a tough time. He said it's been a little bit challenging to adjust to playing with the glasses, the style that they are. It's kind of like almost wearing a pair of upside down glasses. I don't know. I don't think I could do it, but that's just me. Y'all make sure when you have a chance to go follow the Bankroll Tournaments page. They're the ones putting on this outstanding tournament. I think we had 47 players with 5,000 added. Brian, I think at some point we will. That's not it's not a me decision. That's a tournament director decision. So if Eric has a quality opponent to play on the stream table, I'm sure he'll be on there. But that's just trying to put the best matches we could. But anyway, if you have a chance, go follow the Bankroll Tournaments page and the Railbirds Queue and Repair Shop page on Facebook. Both of those instrumental in this whole event. We're also running this event with at the same time as the Federer Tony match. Big action match, 40,000 in the middle. Federer ended the night 7-4 last night. And if you also have a chance, go check out the Jersey Girl Promotions page. Doing big things all over the country in the pool world. D cut that one a little close. Got a little dicey there for a second, but should be fine. 3-ball goes in the side, I'm pretty sure. I think he's looking if it goes in the corner by the 7 or not. Jersey Girl Entertainment. Sorry about that, Chrissy. Did not want to catch the point there. That's going to be a rough roll. Chrissy, you working on a date for the next time you bring the split bracket back here, or got a couple other things to iron out first? Where's he going to end up here? The 3 goes in the corner. Hopefully November. So what is that? We're in August. 3 months? That's not bad. Well, I mean, your turnouts have been really good. I think you might be able to fill up a 256-person event. They all run on time. They run smooth. I know James helps you out with getting everything running here. He's been a really big help for anyone that's run tournaments here so far. He does a really good job. Rodney definitely doesn't want to be on the rail, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. He's probably just going to roll up here. Or he could. So he's got 2 options. He can roll up and play for the 8 in the side, or he can stun draw it down for pretty much the same shot. That he definitely does. Alright, just like that, it's 5-5. It'll be D. Atkins' break. It's going to be a race to 2 with an alternate break, so Rodney's guaranteed at least 1 more break. This match looked a little lopsided at the very beginning, but here we are, all square, race to 2. It should be a pretty interesting last couple of racks. Let's see if D can forget about that dry break and get the which balls, either the 6 or the 9. So he's breaking. I think he's been breaking from our left, his right. Yeah, just past the diamond. So he's aiming for the 9 to go in the left side. It really is, Chrissy. No, the 9 went a little long, but the 6 did go on the side. Yeah, honestly, I think it was a big decision to play the 7 the way he did. I really personally, and I'm not questioning him, but personally, I preferred playing the stop shot and then playing the bank cross corner on the 9, because you're like a 90% favorite to make it the way it laid. And then the cue ball just squirts right up past the 10. You've got the 10 in the corner where the 10 and the 9 were blocked. So, but that's just me. That's the difference. I mean, He's a pro. He knows what he's doing. I think he just caught a bad break on the way that the contact happened. Can't fault D. He's a multi-time Derby winner. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. All right, looks like he's gonna line up the 3-10 combo. This isn't an easy combo. He's back cutting the 3 into the 10. He's gonna play with a little bit of pace. Definitely doesn't want the 10 to rattle and hang up. Play with a little bit of draw. Probably try and bring the cue ball all the way back up by the 4. Create some distance if he does miss it. I don't know. He's putting left on it. I don't think he's bringing the cue ball all the way back up. Now, he did make a ball, so Rodney does have the option to give this back to him. We are playing call ball, call pocket. The 10 does not go on the break. And if you call a ball but make a different one, your opponent has the option to shoot or give it back to you. We are playing push out after the break. Jumps are allowed, and we are playing 3 foul. It is not all ball fouls, cue ball fouls only for the tournament. Oh, great shot. What a beaut. He's going to get a little unlucky on the leave. Kind of center field. He can either back cut this if the cue ball's not scratching straight in the side, or he could play it cross corner. He'll kind of get the cue ball safe. If he plays it right, if he plays it the right speed, the 4, if it doesn't go cross corner, it could end up on that middle diamond and the cue ball all the way down here on the rail. It's just kind of whichever one he wants to do. So, Chrissy, the reason it's not all ball fouls is the players agreed last night during the player meeting that because we don't have refs for every table, it would just be less of a headache to play cue ball fouls only. I had to ask James that too this morning whenever we started the stream. If we had refs, which, I mean, I'm sure we could have gotten a couple people to do it, but at the same time, you're asking people to pretty much volunteer for it. I mean, the people putting on the tournament are already adding 5,000, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to financially support paying refs. They could if they wanted to. I don't know. That would be a them call. But I'll get off that rant, and I'll go ahead and point out the fact that D is going to be the first one on the hill. He was up 5-1, and now it's 6-5, but it was 5-5. That was a pretty big rack for him. Played a really nice kick shot on the 3 ball, the old 3 rail kick. A lot of amateurs play that. They try and make it 1 rail whenever the ball in the pocket get a little bit bigger when you play it 3 rails like he did. Okay, Rodney coming with a break there. He's got a little bit of work to do from the 1 to the 2, but if he can get from the 1 to the 2 and the 2 to the 3, the rest of the rack's just putt-putt. He's just got a lot of distance to travel for these first couple shots. But nothing's tied up. Everything looks pretty out in the open. How many did he make on the break there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Made 3 balls on the break. Looks like he made the 4, the 5, and the 6. Pretty sporty. Old Tony Chohan just walked in the door, coming in to get a little bit of warm-up time in before his match later. He elected to play a back cut on the 2. Now, if he makes the ball, shape on the 3 comes almost natural. Probably play with a little bit of bottom left. Just doesn't want to get behind the 9. Okay. Got a little dicey there. He's gonna play this with a high inside ball. If I was guessing. Oh no. Oh, I guess the seven's a little bit closer to the head string than I thought. I thought it was a little bit above the side pocket. Looks like he can just cut it straight in the side. Alright, Rodney's 3 balls away from making it hill-hill. This is a really, really tight, really close match. Good shot there by Rodney. I think D's gonna give him the ball, and off to the deciding rack we go. Hill. From 5-1 down to 6-6. Rodney has made this a very interesting match. He's all smiles too. You love to see it. Got a couple people watching from behind the table too. Drew a little bit of a crowd. Everyone saw the score early in the match and thought, oh, this might be over, and all of a sudden it's hill. All right, really important break coming up right here. That's the thing about these bar box tournaments is these top level players, they're just so good at running racks. So if they can get a good spread on the break and make a ball, they're pretty good. He's been flirting with that side pocket a lot on the break, but he made 2 balls. 7 and the 8. Both the balls that were right behind the one went in each of the side pockets, so he's looking pretty good. Zach, I appreciate the compliment, man. Kind of curious how he's going to play this. Does he slow roll it? Nope, he goes back and forth. That's a ball that a lot of amateurs, they'll try and slow roll to hold shape instead of just playing the extra rail. They can really let their stroke out whenever they play the extra rail, and they don't have to worry about underhitting. Looks like he's cueing low on this. Okay. Just kind of cued low to put a little bit of extra stuff on the cue ball to the object ball when it transferred. Trevor, no problem, man. Yeah, Lisa, we are playing on the small tables. Lisa, why don't you tell Robert to hop in the live stream chat? Basically married now.